Hi, I'm Jill.
Oh my god, and I'm Gianna.
And welcome to the We Watch It All podcast,
where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for, and apparently without the tick, tick, tick of the
we have a
metronome,
little
I can't
counter
figure out what
in.
to do.
And I tried to shut it off because sometimes the cats hear it and they're like,
No, I
look,
couldn't.
they're recording the podcast, but
Didn't know what to do.
I guess not. But today we're going to do the first 2 episodes of Luann and Sonja, Welcome to Crappie Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say this.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. That was a big smack, and it was well worth it.
No.
Because
this
that's
show
what those
is
people...
already everything I could have ever imagined it to be. It's such like... It's like a Bravo show, but it's not like a Bravo show. It's amazing.
It's like somebody took the Real Housewives. I don't know if you won't get this, but some people may. Real World from MTV, and like who's the guy he's on now on the prank show? The guy from... He did the pranks on MTV.
Ashton Kutcher?
It could be Ashton Kutcher, sure. Not Johnny Bravo. He's on a new prank show. Prank My Sunpay.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
It's like they took all those people and threw them up in the air and said, let's see what comes down. And you know what it is? It's Barnum and Bailey's Circus.
To me, my looking at it...
In a small town.
What it is the concept is very like Schitt's Creek, where it's like these rich folk going into this like, not their level town. But the people in the town are very Parks and Rec style to me. Like, if you've watched Parks and Rec, it's very the same. And honestly, their end goal is to build a town park. That couldn't be more. That is literally the main plot for Parks and Rec.
That's one of their things.
The main goal for Parks and Rec starts with them wanting to build a park, and it ends with them building a park, which is what this is going to be, weirdly enough. But you've at least watched some of Superstore. It's like that, like those weird.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's like. The townspeople are like, you almost want to say it's scripted because it's just so comical, but I don't think any of it is. This is classic Luann and Sonja.
I think whoever produced it had a trajectory of what they were thinking could go on.
Yeah, it's almost like a little mockumentary-ish.
Yeah, but I don't think they had any clue of how... I think they knew of Sonja and them and how they might react or how they might get them to react and if they push them in a certain way, but I don't think they really had any idea of what was going to go on.
No, well, you can't predict what the town people are going to do. You can predict what those two are going to do from years of being with them, but the town people... You can't predict that.
Yeah. Well, it starts right off with Luann and Sonja in old school fashion, like they're packing, and Luann is going through different necklaces and this one and that one, and it's expensive and and like picking out the things that she is going to take to this location, and they've already kind of gave us a little glimpse of the town.
Yeah.
Nothing that they showed was necklace worthy at all. Let's just say that. Let's just start there. Not necklace, not fancy shoe.
Well, Luann knew she had to come back and make a
sequin.
statement with her statement necklaces.
Well,
because
she didn't need to, because this is, there's just, they broke it down how they came to the name Crappie Lake and all. I mean, it's just, it's very about a broken down town for sure.
Yeah.
And I find it hard to believe that there are towns like that still out there.
When I first watched, I'm like, how did they even figure out about this town? But they end up saying it's like
the
producer from there. But
his brother and mother still live there, and they were
weird town that you're like, how do you even find this?
They were hit by COVID really badly, and the town lost, I guess, a lot of whatever was keeping them afloat, which is mind-boggling that whatever they lost is now taking the town out, because there's really not really much going on in this town.
I know. I feel like as like a town, like,
I don't know how they're surviving.
Like, you're kind of like, how people were like, oh, you're in my COVID bubble. I mean, you're like, I feel like the town as a whole was a COVID bubble. Like, that's how small it was. I think it's
always a COVID bubble.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're kind of like, they said everybody knows everybody, so it's kind of like,
But I just find it hard to believe that, like...
But I guess, like, there was laws that you had to shut down, so I guess there was.
But here's the thing. I guess this producer guy, I don't know that he grew up there. Yes, he did, because he did something about high school. So obviously, there are people that have lofty dreams and do get out, because he obviously is a reality TV, producer. But it's just, I don't know. I'm sure there's some very, very, very normal folk, but of course, they are going to show you the ones that are...
You know what it's like?
Catastrophically crazy.
They end up doing this like audition thing. It's almost like when you watch American Idol, and they show those like people that should not be auditioning for this, like the crazy folk. Like they're putting them on full display.
And I think this is the normal. I think this is the normal folk, which is sad.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, I feel like you might go a little stir crazy in a small town like that. Like if that's small, there's not that many people. I feel like you're kind of asking to go a little.
The funniest part though is as you're watching Sonja and Luann like pack up, get ready, fly on the jet to get there.
But it was a tiny little plane.
It was a tiny jet plane. Still, it was a single plane. Like they flew in to the airport by themselves, so it looked impressive. Even though I'm sure it was like their airstrip that they had to move the goats,
livestock. Yeah,
the
some
livestock.
Goats and chickens.
Yeah, they're talking about how doing charity work is right up their alley, and cabaret and drag shows, and we're going to raise money.
Yeah.
And they have such a delusional thought of what's going to go on. They
have ideas. They have a lot of big ideas. I mean, honestly, they still even have these big plans for the town.
No, yeah, they do have.
They're not letting them go.
No, they do have like some interesting stuff. And like I have to be honest, I wasn't sure like what they were going to do to save the town.
Yeah, because I was like,
so when they met with the mayor, like once they got there and they got off the plane, they met with the mayor broke down like what they wanted them to do, like why they were to come here, and like how they were going to help. And they said, like you said, the park, they're going to have an end of the year like follies, whatever they call it now. They're calling it Benton Follies, and a show, and they have to help with the animal shelter. And there was something else.
Was it just to get to know the town people? There was the one in the very beginning that they already did, I thought.
Oh, it was the park, to recreate the park, the animal shelter.
I thought there were like 5 things.
Yeah, I thought there was.
Well, we can't remember. I'm not really sure. Oh, well.
Well, we'll figure it out as they go. The townspeople did show up to the plane. There was a lot of them. Probably
I think it was
every
the whole town.
one of them was probably there.
But here's the thing, before they even get off the plane, classic Sonja, she goes, when they're talking about the livestock, she goes, "What's up with it, Jim?" His name was Gene. If you didn't catch it, you had to look on the subtitles. It said pilot, and it said Gene, not Jim, which is like, it literally, this just is purely classic Sonja and Luann, which to almost a little bit, I'm like, I don't even know if I would have wanted a New York reboot. I think I would just be fine with sending Luann and Sonja on things. Because they are who I like the best out of it. Like, occasionally Dorinda, but, her last season I think it would have
been really great if they sent her, Ramona, Luann.
No, because Ramona would have been a buzzkill. She would have been no fun. She wouldn't have tried anything. Like, when they go to the catfish thing, imagine Ramona being there.
Yeah.
Like, she would just, no, I'm not getting in that water. Like, no. She would have not. You have to at least have them where they're both down to do it. Even if they're like a little skittish and stuff like that,
So they were there for 6 weeks total. It was during the summer. And Benton has the population of 6,708 people.
Oh, that's a lot more than I thought. I thought it would be like real small.
I did too. I thought it would be.
That's bigger than I thought it would be.
So we did go back and look it up.
Yeah.
And it was, you said Christmas in July.
Increased tourism.
The animal shelter.
And then I think the play.
And the theater production.
Fix the theater, yeah.
And he wants them just to overall like boost the spirits of and the morale of the town people, to make them like, excited again and get them going and excited about their town, because I guess it's, it looks a little crappy, and it does, because what they're showing is not really, it's not cute. It's not cute at all.
It's not like,
sad.
it's like a cute tiny small town.
No, they are not showing this town in a good light.
No.
I mean, so I'm not really
maybe
sure.
They're trying to show the worst, so that like when it comes together, I don't really know.
I don't know. I hope so.
I have no clue.
I really hope so. So the town people, when they do show up after they move the livestock off the field, off the tarmac, they roll out 2 separate carpets. One is like a maroon rug, and the other one is a long carpet. This one lady that's in charge, she's friends with the producer gentleman, Jeff Jenkins, I think, and
I thought his name was Russell.
It could have been. There was a Russell, but it's from Jeff Jenkins production, but so I'm not sure. Whatever. It could be Russell, but
who the hell do we know?
So anyway, she gets what he does, I think, a little bit, even though she's still very hometownish. Like, she gets these are women.
There was more people there that knew them than I expected,
and knew other people that were famous, like the Kardashians, and
well, I mean, I'm sure they have TVs and phones.
No, I know. Well, they act like they don't. That's the thing that's funny. But they seemed like they all knew who they were when they came off the plane.
Yeah, I was not expecting that much.
They were all very excited that they were there. So that was nice. According to Sonja, was it Sonja that said it, or Luann that said it was a 3-panty kind of day?
It was Sonja, yeah, because it was so hot in the car that they got. Which that car, I told you when they pulled out of that airport, I said, "Who is driving like that?"
It was
I thought, but I thought it was maybe like a town person.
No,
they are making them drive this whole time.
They're giving them their own car. No one's driving them around.
No, and I'm telling you that it was scary, and it made sense to me why we don't ever see housewives drive in New York, because that was horrifying and horrific. That's how sometimes it feels like in the car with you. Like, that's how it feels in my eyes when you drive like that, like willy-nilly.
Well,
this is why we're looking at currently a new car that will like hit the brakes for you if you get too close to something.
Okay. Yeah. So, needless to say, these two are off on their own in this hot-ass car, and she's talking about her 3-day penance. Now, why I wrote this, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, what?
It says they are staying at the Ventilator Motel, which I don't think it is. I think it's the Benton Motel. Or the Ventilator, because it looks like they're going to need a breathing device once you see what they've done to these rooms. Apparently, Luann sent on things ahead of time.
Yeah, like...
to the motel, because she's thinking
wasn't going to fit on that damn plane.
She's thinking 6 weeks, this is not going to work, send it ahead, and they are like trying to traipse them into room 21 and 22.
Yeah, they were just hauling the boxes in.
Yeah.
Which I will say, at least the motel owners, they seem a little like, I don't know, like they know what's going on.
Well, here's the thing. The wife seemed normal. He seemed a little bit normal, but also had a little weird way about him, as like he had a creepy vibe to a certain degree. There was a creepy vibe there. I mean, he pointed out personal stuff of Sonja's that she had screwed all over the room. I mean, Sonja was excited that she had a tub, I don't know that I'd get in it, and a candle.
Well, she said, why is the candle in here? And she said, well, something probably died. But listen, we know now from us watching Atlanta, Phaedra says you don't get in those things, those hot tubs, none of that, because you could get something in us.
And that tub, I don't care if it's pink or not, wouldn't get in it. You just
and couldn't. Let's just say, we've had one of those little size tubs. That is not a tub you soak in.
No, that's not.
That's like a tub for a child.
She will be in it, though. I can mark my words. Yes, she'll be in it.
Yes, if she hasn't already, and they just didn't film it.
Yeah, because she's already in the same breath talking about taking a bath and popping stitches at the same time from her liposuction. Yeah. So yeah, go figure. I don't know. Before long, I mean, they take these rooms into like Disasterville.
Especially Sonja. How did she explode all her clothes everywhere?
As she says,
everywhere.
She says she likes it like that. You can get me to put anything on a carpet, first of all, let alone a bed.
We don't do hotels.
But I mean, at least Luann had some stuff hung up, and I think she just ran out of room and then was using the boxes as like furniture, I guess.
No, but I mean, Sonja's was
everywhere. It was like she created her own
like
carpet.
Like a Disney Channel teen room, like how they have like those messy rooms. And
I don't know how she did it.
And you think those are like jokes, like no one's room.
No, but here's the thing. Like you were saying, you took note that they did end up giving them in the next episode a new car. They got a truck that's a little more updated and air and you know what have you. So you noticed that the truck was
if
there.
If you look, they don't show it on the outside, but when the inside's an interior of a big black truck. And I noticed it when they got back in. I'm like, wait, that's the same thing. And they're making a big deal about this in episode 2, and it's like, no. They had this in episode. But
that's why I'm saying
for catfishing.
Was this out of sync? The room, could they have been there? Because I mean, I think they probably were there for a couple of days before that room. Because then the owner comes back and he's like, "What the hell did you do here?"
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, it was.
But honestly,
crazy.
It could have been seconds with Sonja.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, really could have been. It was a lot. It was scary.
They do have to go after they put their stuff down. They do go to meet with the mayor to find out what the whole purpose of them being there is. Like, what is it they want them to do? They end up going to the mayor, very cute old gentleman.
Yeah.
And I think the blonde lady was there. I can't remember her name. I wished I could.
I don't know.
She seems like she's gonna be a key player in like grounding them or something or giving them information about where to go and things like that. He tells them that you know what the worst part is though, in the scene where they go up to the blonde lady, Luann's like, "Yep, remembered your name," and we can't even remember her name. Did she say it though?
I don't know. Well, they put the name tags up.
That's true. So he does what we knew. He told them about the park, the animal, the revitalization, June.
My favorite part?
Christmas, July.
My favorite part was Sonja's idea of supporting animals is the fact that she ate dog food when she was younger.
Yeah, I was like,
where did that even come from?
I don't know. She put that in there, and I'm like, I don't know that that's necessary to support an animal. I don't think they want to eat it sometimes. So
I don't know.
I don't know why you think that's okay.
But that one, it just I couldn't. I was like, huh? Like, it's you almost missed it for a second. Because she says these things that are questionable and nobody even, like, huh? You ate dog food as a child? Why? Were you, like, what was it? Like, what was the reason? For fun? Was it, did you even have a dog? Where'd you get this dog food from?
I would like to think she had
a dare. How old were you? There's questions that need to be asked.
Was the dog food? I don't know.
There's questions. I
mean,
here.
It was a lot. But so, I mean, they talk with the mayor for a little bit, then they end up heading back to their rooms to get changed to go to this lake. Is it
It's Crappie Lake.
Yeah, it is Crappie Lake. And they were saying it's something about catching catfish in this lake, but it's the way you have to do it that you have to, like...
It burrows a hole.
Yeah.
You go in the hole with your hand, grab it by its mouth, and
you
pull
want
it
it
back.
to bite you, basically, so you can get it out.
So it latches on.
And they like tease because they're like, it's it's just like a nibble. It's nothing crazy. No one's ever got anything wrong with them. And I think it was Luann that even said like, everybody has their fingers here, and then one four-finger guy puts it up and shows.
Best part though, walking up to it, what does Sonja do? Drop a couple bombs behind her while they're picking up the pool noodles.
Yeah.
It's not Sonja if she's not almost crapping her pants.
Well, Crappie Lake. Yeah, crap your pants at
Crappie
Lake.
Crappie pants.
Yeah, they're fighting across the street with the pool noodles. I guess that's what they're going to use.
Well, Luann wanted to do a typical job. She's rolling her eyes at that as if every time we're in Target, we don't pick up a couple pool noodles and we could throw it out in the pool aisle. She's rolling her eyes over here like she's not a pool noodle hitter connoisseur.
True. It was very odd though because the first one to do it was Luann, which I really thought it would have been Sonja. And it was weird because she went under the water, and you're like, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?"
Where
they're like,
is she?
And she was. I thought she was under there for a while.
I don't know if it was editing, but it felt like a while.
It felt like
they
a while.
Made it seem like Sonja was swimming around in she moved across that water in multiple places, still talking about Luann being under the water.
Yeah,
so.
And they're saying that she's not getting whatever she's supposed. They're like, she's not where she's supposed to be. She's not where she's supposed because they said to follow his leg down or something.
Because his leg was in the hole.
It's like and apparently.
What if the catfish bit off a couple toes? I don't know.
I didn't know catfish did this kind of stuff. I had no idea.
I thought you just went in your little boat and you caught him like a normal fish.
I did too.
I don't know. Work.
She came up and she was pretty proud of herself because she had that thing by hand. Now whether someone actually helped her down under that water, we don't know.
I didn't see anybody.
But I didn't see anybody either.
My favorite though was like the camera crew when they would go for a little bit of a wide shot. You could see all the camera crew trying to balance in the boat, holding the cameras and the boom mic. You could see the boat was rocking because that's something hard to balance.
Yeah, and if that boat goes over with all that equipment,
we already heard how much it cost on the Ultimate Girls Trip, and those are just the mics. We're not even on the cameras here.
So she pops up. Sonia looks very surprised. They all look very surprised, to be honest with you.
I think they don't have as much faith in them as I do.
I think they assumed that they were going to either not participate in things, which that's the thing about these two. They aren't like that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They will get in the nasty
water.
No, they will get. I think Dorinda would have done it too, but I don't know. She could be a little prissy sometimes. Where I think these two would absolutely just throw themselves down.
That's why they're like, they will.
Yeah. They'll go into the water.
They'll do the high class. They'll be all high class and fancy, but then they will do that.
Yeah. So they end up showing them in a weird way outside on the dock talking about it. And
this is very...
Then it just was like, poop.
No, but this is also a little nostalgia of like season 1 for Housewives where like on the spot sit down.
Yeah, they were doing, very...
Like I get doing with the town folk because you don't have to like come back and ask them and everything, but they were doing them with them, which... I think it's so much better because
they've actually done like a sit.
No, they have.
They did do sit downs.
Yeah, they have actual sit downs, but I do like the on the spot sit down.
I can't picture it.
Yeah, they have one that looks like they're in like a fancy room and like with clothes behind them, and then they have one with like a lake or something. I don't know. I did recognize the bad green screen though.
Oh my god!
It carried through from the OC to New Jersey all the way down to Crappie.
There you go. So and it just ends there, and then kind of just picks up.
Episode 2. Well, these are 21 minutes. So these are like half quick. The time of like a normal Housewife episode.
Yeah, they're very quick. So then it picks up with them. Is it getting ready to go out? Well, it does show them in the rooms and the mess that is the rooms.
Is like, now it's really bad.
But
I think they're getting ready to go down to the theater.
Yeah, they're going down. Well, no, are they going to the theater or do they go out first?
Out where?
Drinking.
No, that's the end of the episode.
Okay. So they're getting dressed to go to the theater in a full-blown sequin dresses.
Oh, yes. Well, Sonja especially.
They definitely did not fit in once again. And they show up there and they're waiting for like lines to be around the corner and...
No, this is... What are you talking about? Lines around the corner?
For the auditions.
You're not at the auditions yet. They're going to meet the guy right now. Do you know where you are?
No.
Okay. Stop.
I'm a little lost.
You even... Wait, she's so confused. She doesn't know where anything is. You even asked me, where are they going? And I said, they're going to the Civic Center when we were taking notes last night. Where is that note? You never wrote it down.
I guess not. Oh, my God. Julie Willie. Here we go. All right.
I have to take over here now because somebody doesn't remember the order. Oh. Bless you.
Okay.
So they go down to the theater to meet with the director guy. But the best part is, though, on the way while they're looking for him...
they find that motorized cart for like a senior.
Which, first off, before they even were going on there, to get there, Sonja asked Luann if she wanted to drive. And Sonja said, no.
She's walking to a different car.
Well, she was trying that first, but here's the thing. She said she didn't want to drive. And after seeing Sonja drive this little go-kart...
It's not a go-kart. That's a motorized scooter.
It's a motorized scooter.
But it
drove like a damn
that
go-kart.
You sit down.
Fast.
No, they are fast. No, Miss Marion's was fast.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the one I've rode in Target. I mean, I guess those are fast, but
no, these are your own. That's why these are legit. They're not Target. Target's got you regulated. We had to regulate Miss Marion, or she was going out into the street. Lady at my job.
I'm thinking Sonja should not be put behind the wheel.
Guy in the old neighborhood scooting down the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fast. And she was in a small confined area, was not good. Somehow she threw Luann on the back of that seat.
She got her in there. They came zooming in to meet the guy.
I don't even know.
And then that's where they come up.
The thing is, the guy wasn't even concerned that he had somebody's scooter.
Like, yeah, whose scooter is that? Is it his?
I don't know. He didn't seem concerned.
Is it like a communal scooter? Like when somebody's like, oh, they're at the local store, bring down the scooter. They need the scooter. Like, is it like that? Like, what is the scooter for? Was it a prop? Either way, this is where they meet with the guy and they decide that they want to do a variety show. But he's like, you can't call it a variety show. So that's where they come up with the Follies, the Benton Follies.
Yeah.
And they say they're going to host
I could see
audition.
It.
No, yeah. They decide they're going to do the auditions, and then on the way home, they see the fire department where they're like, "Oh, let's flirt with the
Luann
guys.
is like, I need to flirt with some boys," and they go over there, and it's amazing watching these two women that are of my age, actually older, making these moves on these young chippies. It's very inappropriate.
Yeah,
like Luann was downright serious. Like she was really like watching, and
she has a goal, and she was going to achieve it.
I just couldn't understand it.
My favorite, though,
want to show me the gym? Sure, let's show me the gym.
Speaking of the gym, that's what I was just about to say. That little gym was worse. Luann had better in the hotel room with her water bottles. Did you see her in the beginning with the water bottles?
Yes.
She held 2 plastic water bottles in each arm. And this is why I'm doing Luann's leg day every day for myself.
Those legs
I'm telling you, go on TikTok, Luann's leg day. It's something serious. I'd get on it. I'm feeling it. She had an arm, so maybe I'll have to look because...
Yeah, well, those arms are something serious, too. But nothing beat Sonja, who walked right into a place that was a 1-story building and asked to see the pole. And they were so kind. They're like, well, typically when you only have a one-floor place, you can't really have a fire pole to slide down. You know what was amazing?
This town... Well, I thought it was so much smaller. I guess now that we know it's 6,000 people, but I was like, what are the odds that like they have like an actual fire emergency while they're there? You know? And my favorite, I'm like, what if they...
They did.
And they had hats on.
They had a fire emergency.
But they had their hats on, the you know, whatever, the fire hat on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are they leaving? And I'm thinking about the car, too, that's parked outside. I'm like, are they going to get this fire truck out? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, whose fire hat is that? Because there's only so many firefighters, I'd assume.
Yeah, but I think they have the clothes probably
extra.
Just... Yeah, just standing there on standby.
And then I think they go back and I think it jumps a little bit, like a day or two.
Isn't this where they go?
And then they come back and they do the actual auditions now. Which I think we see, like, a few people. There's somebody who does, like, an interpretive dance of Saw.
Oh, my gosh.
There was somebody who sang an original song.
And the guy is, like, they're very, very into this, like...
horror
goth.
Interpretive dance.
Yeah, he called it the goth or something
and
like that.
And then there was the kid on the unicycle that played the voice box piano.
Sonja said all there was to say about that. He needs to be in the show for sure.
I mean, no, that is pretty amazing because here's the thing. That piano he's playing is completely from him blowing air into it. And then he's got to keep that under control. Also, he had a GoPro strapped to his chest. I don't know what that angle would have been for him.
I don't know. It's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of impressive. I understand. And also, they only had 4 people, so you kind of have to put them all in the show.
Yeah, one was a violinist and one was a harpist, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think maybe they had 5 in total, like he said. And then they do a little promo video to get more people to come and audition, which took comical. 9 takes. Which, honestly, I didn't think it was that bad for them, who had no script, no plan,
don't know
no
if I believe it was 9.
Oh, no, I think they would have made it worse if instead of giving them a better what.
Oh, you think they would have played them all?
I think... No, not played them all, but I think the show would have been like take 50 instead of 9 if they wanted to drum it up like that, you know?
True.
I don't think
they could have jumped to like ahead, yeah.
Yeah, but this audition scene was really what solidified to me that was like these people are characters from Parks and Rec, because I feel like I've watched that scene before in Parks and Rec. Like probably. I really did. It makes sense though. NBC is who ran that, and NBC who technically runs Bravo. They're all under the same parent company at the end of the day. And then I think they go back to the hotel and they get ready to go out to
that's when they're getting ready to go out to the local...
The barn. It's the barn.
It's the local. They called it the local watering hole. I mean, they really need to pull it together because...
Which they also, getting there, Sonja and the directions, because Luann doesn't want to drive and look at them.
Well, she shouldn't.
Rightfully so.
She shouldn't.
Luann, Sonja's like, turn here. You know what they need to do? And this is my idea, and you can fully run with it. Ways you can have celebrities talk to you. Like, you have the Jonas Brothers, I have Kehlani on mine. You can have artists do that. I think we need to have Sonja get on Waze and record, like, a voice thing.
She would be good.
Like, because she was, like, such... You can have them both do it together, have it be a sponsorship to promote the show. I think it's a good idea. And I think you guys should do it. I think you can take my idea and run with it, because... I would use it 100%, that idea. Maybe I'll just, like, go back in and, like, audio record her onto my thing.
There you go.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll make my own little Sonja.
Well, they were quite comical.
The bar was a hot mess.
Yeah.
One guy's taking his shirt off, showing a tattoo. Then, one guy is shirtless in there. And then and then somebody's pulling down his pants to show that tattoo.
I think that was the older guy with the long beard that has been wrangled.
The goatee,
yeah.
Which then Luann starts making goat noises at him. They just keep going back and forth. And did you even notice in the barn they also had like slot machines? Like it was their casino and everything.
No, I did not.
There were like the lever slot machines in the back.
That's fun. Because I'm wondering what the hell they're doing for fun besides sticking their foot in a hole of catfish. And letting something bite you. I mean, that cannot be what you're doing for fun.
I don't know.
So, slot machines, it's the Bravo to you.
I don't know, but it was other chaos. Sonja ends up going home with some other man.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like
that she took his shirt off because they staple clothes of the bartender.
I didn't really understand that.
They take an item of the clothes. So Sonja took this guy's shirt and stapled it up there, but she's not a bartender, neither is he, because he's from out of town. So I'm not really sure what that was about, but
Luann got up on the ladder too, didn't she?
She did it because she was taller.
Oh, okay.
Which while she was doing that, if you pay attention, like Sonja has like her drink and she's like almost shoving it up Luann's dress on accident, trying to hold her up there.
Probably.
It was a mess, but
or showing everything that God gave her. I'm sure.
I mean,
on the scooter they were showing everything because they both had those dresses on, and it was
This is just truly Sonja and Luann at their peak.
Yeah.
And honestly, because of how upsetting OC started, I'm rejoicing in this.
Yeah, they are off their chain crazy in this. I'm not gonna lie.
It's really like, I hope they find. I don't even know other small towns, but I think keep sending them on little things like this. I would personally prefer this over the reboot. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm excited to see them go on the girls' trip, but I'm fine with just these two. Like, maybe then you have like somebody from the tag along.
Interesting. It's like it's kind of like the old story of Nicole Richie. She did with Paris Hilton.
Yeah, The Simple Life.
The Simple Life.
I saw people compare it to that.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely based on that. I mean, only they were real prissies. Like, they were like, they would do stuff, but it was always like, you're not really getting them to do it. Like, they didn't really want to do it.
They're not going to catfish in a hole.
No. Like, well, these two are at least like...
They're down to try.
Yeah. I mean, so far, would I go to this town as a vacation location? No.
Well, let's see how they spruce it up, and let's see. Maybe we'll be taking a trip to Benton.
Yeah, maybe I'm sure they'll probably do something. It'll be interesting. But they just ended in the bar or on their way home?
Like, they were, like, leaving the bar, and that's where it kind of ends. It was like, Sonja was going with this guy, and that's where it ends. So next week, I think it will just be one episode, I'm assuming. I don't know. Guess it depends. But
your TV app didn't tell you?
No, I didn't even realize we were doing 2 until the day of. I heard people say the first 2 episodes dropped, and I'm like, what?
Well, they are very... short.
They're short, but I don't want them to drop too many. I don't want this to be a Disney Plus thing where now we're like, oh, we're done. Like, I want to savor it a little.
I see that.
Which also, I mentioned New York reboot. You know what's so horrible is people are already wishing the downfall on the show because it's not like the original New York, which I think is so horrible.
I don't know. It's like I'm listening to...
I don't know anything about anybody, though, so...
They had a couple of promos playing on... I don't know what I was watching.
I see a couple on Instagram, but I haven't really watched them.
Maybe it is Instagram. I don't know where it is I'm seeing it, but they are playing a couple of promos on the girls and stuff, and like... I don't know.
I'm really going to the blind because I really don't know anything about anybody.
I don't know if I want to get like if I want to really be excited about it because I feel like the one girl that I like is I don't know if she's an actual regular on there. I'm not really. I don't know. I'm very confused as to who's who and what's what and what's going on. So it should stand to be very interesting
for us at least. Yeah, we're going in like totally blind.
It's like a new Housewives series almost.
Yeah, well, I mean it essentially is, but I don't feel like you guys should wish a downfall on them already. Like, we haven't even watched them and you're already being like, I hope it fails because you didn't get the old New York, you know?
Yeah, I mean it could be your favorite show.
We could get the
brutal. They look brutal. I'm not going to take that away from them.
We could get the old New York. They may just be test running them with Ultimate Girls Trip, I think. That's a smart idea. Yeah. To see how you respond to the Ultimate Girls Trip.
They have a decent amount on there.
If you watch the Ultimate Girls Trip New York of this one upcoming and it does well and people like it, maybe they'll bring them back for full time. I don't know. But I saw that a lot on Instagram the other day. And I was like, that's horrible.
Yeah.
But make sure you come back next Wednesday. We're going to do episode 3. And every Monday we've been doing OC.
You think they're just going to do one episode or you think they're going to do
I think it's going to be one. Oh. I'm going to do just one. I'm going to do just one apparently. I don't know.
No, I know they say they do 2 because...
It's just to get you like excited. It's to hook you. They're like, oh, double... what if they...
Well, sometimes they say the first one...
premiere.
The first one doesn't do it like
so the second one needs it. Like how we were talking about Andor when we did Andor.
Yeah, you kind of need the second one for whatever you're gonna.
Yeah, which I feel like I could see that. Yeah. Every Monday we do the OC. We're gonna be doing the taglines this week because we were talking about like where are they? We think we just are not getting them because it's never before seen.
Which I just don't understand because
that's like the best part of Housewives is the taglines.
Yeah, it's just there. Play it like.
What the hell? Like, just add it.
Know. Is it that too much time? But it's your channel.
It's their thing. They can do what they want.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure that one out.
We're going to do it because we...
Did you hear something, Brie?
No.
I thought I heard like
corroborated with our... past New Jersey, and they were on episode 4. We got them. So we're going to just do it because it's going on episode 6 or something. So just a quick little update here. We don't know when the New York... But we're going to do that yet. Make sure you subscribe.
I hope we don't end up in the same boat again with no taglines. But, I mean, at least now we'll know that.
I already have them saved. I think we're going to watch
the New York?
Yeah, they're already out. I didn't listen to them. Oh. No. We're going to save those and we'll just do them the first episode for you guys. Just because it's hell.
You can't end up in that same boat again.
No, I don't want to wait. Whatever. But thank you guys so much for listening or watching. Hopefully you'll give us a good rating. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve. Make sure you subscribe, follow, turn on notifications so you don't miss any episodes. Because like we said, we don't have an official date for the New York reboot one yet.
Yep.
And check out our other podcast. We talk about it all. Where we talk about it all. There's a new episode going up this Friday. We go every other Friday. I think we're talking about big purchases. I don't know.
Yeah, big purchases.
We'll see.
Our experience at a car dealership. It was quite comical.
Update on the neighbors. Whole bunch of stuff. We got. I think we have a lot more to talk about than we think we do.
Yeah, probably.
Holy moly! All right, but that's it. We'll be back next week.
Yeah, Crappie Lake. I would not get in that water.
I know. Well, nobody would even. We don't even get in New Jersey water. It's like the same color.
You know what though? It's a lake. I was gonna be like, what do you do with that water if it's like? I think it's just muddy and murky, but like still, it feels like it's pollution-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to be on the list of bad water in the faucet, so that's all I could say. There's no way.
Okay.
Hit the button, and then we'll see where they go next week.